BNI starts now.
I would like to introduce to you Scott King, the founder and CEO of the Breakthrough Hub. His passion is to develop leaders, maximize their potential as individuals, and transform their respective organization. Scott brings 30 plus years of entrepreneurship to his thriving coaching practice, from sales and trades to franchises and financial services. His real experience produces real results. Scott and his wife slash co-founder, Camille, live just outside of Edmonton, Alberta in Canada here, with their 4 kids and 3 dogs and 6 new puppies. He enjoys connecting with his family, an early morning round of golf, and the good old hockey game. Please let me welcome the founder and CEO of the Breakthrough Hub, Scott King.
Well, thank you, Kelly. Appreciate that. I want to talk to you today about the Breakthrough Year. This is our latest addition to the Breakthrough Hub. It's been evolving. We found that there's tremendous success when we brought people together for a hub. And for those that don't know what a hub is, it consists of a coach. All right, so we meet virtually for 1 hour every week, and we were doing 5-week rounds of this, and people would get a breakthrough after 5 weeks. But then we found that a little later on, things started to slip a little bit. So I took a chance. I said, wonder if people would sign up for a Breakthrough Year. I called 3 people, and they said, sign me up. I called 3 more and they said no. And I called 2 more and they said yes. So I actually have my first Breakthrough Year already in place. However, I would like to do 1 more, and my coaches are going to be doing these as well. All right. So the question is, what are we capable of? And the other question is, what's holding us back? And the difference between what we're capable of and where we're at is execution. What we're capable of and what we're at, where it breaks down is execution. And then there's an evil part that holds us back too, which is fear. If I was meeting with you one-on-one and Danielle, I said, if you could dream of anything in this next year, what would it be? And you would, throw something out, and I would say, what's holding you back? And he's like, and that fear that would start to creep in. I'm just, straight up, that's what we all have it. It's part of our brain designed to protect us from things going badly. All right. So with that, my question is, what would it be worth to you to have the best year of your entire life? My commitment to the 5 members who are joining me on the Breakthrough Year is that I anticipate that whatever area you choose, you will be unrecognizable 12 months from now. All right. And I'm going to walk you through how we do it. First of all, at the foundation of the Breakthrough Year is this beautiful leather-bound journal, Living Your Best Year Ever. And this is Darren Hardy who created it. And I've studied a lot of productivity stuff, but I have found this to be the best I could find. I just love it. And I'll show you why. And again, this is the foundation. So every member has one of these journals. And first of all, Darren Hardy was and is the founding publisher of Success Magazine. So, people like Elon Musk and various other very successful people he interviewed. And the 2 common traits of super achievers that he highlights in this journal is an unyielding commitment to constant learning, lifelong learning, and 2, clearly written goals and specific plans laid out to achieve them. All right. So constant learning and very specific goals laid out with a plan. All right. As part of the first 2 weeks of the Breakthrough Year, people will do the Wheel of Life. My wife did it, and she called it the Wheel of Death. Okay, she's like, "Oh my gosh, it's not rolling the way that she had anticipated." And mine's a little bumpy as well. But through the way we do that, the way we determine where we want to focus is you begin answering. There's 10 questions around each of those spokes on the Wheel of Life. but you begin answering 1 through 5. I get together with friends at least once a week. There's no one in my life who I haven't completely forgiven. That's some heavy lifting, to reflect on that a little bit. All right. And it's amazing what these questions can do to evoke positive change. Physical, I'm not going to get into all the questions, but my point here is that part of the process, the diagnostic, is for you to do a self-evaluation to determine ultimately which 3 areas do you want to focus on and transform over the next 12 months. Okay, this is a 15-minute Sunday planning part of the process. Every week you read what are your big goals for the quarter, for the month, and then we work in these 3: big goal 1, 2, and 3. And every week we're intentionally advancing those 3 goals. For me, in this breakthrough year, I am going to focus on my family / marriage. Okay, so family. I am going to work on my physical health, and I am going to work on the Breakthrough Hub as the business. Those are the 3 areas that I anticipate will be unrecognizable a year from now. So I'm telling my friends that get ready, and if you're wondering what happened to me, it was the breakthrough year. And what am I grateful for this week? As far as reflecting, we all know that gratitude is a beautiful thing. So this will just 15 minutes every week to get you focused. We look backwards and we prepare forward. Look at this baby. All right. So you decide what are the daily disciplines that you want to commit to. And it doesn't have to be 10. It can be 1, 2, 3, and we have it stacked from there. But every week you're doing an analysis. Now, if every week I am 80% on these 10 or 12 things, I am going to make a profound difference in my life. And again, it isn't these things. You come up with what you decide to be your daily disciplines. All right. Now let me get into the secret sauce of the Breakthrough Hub. We learn 10% of what we read. I deal with a lot of authors now, and I talk, man, your labor of love. You authored this book, and people learn 10% of what they read. And then they get it on Audible, 20% of what we hear. And this is where it goes to a whole new level, 70% of what we discuss. So we discuss in the hub, what did we learn? 80% of what we experience. All right, so then we begin applying, because information without application is simply entertainment. All right, and a year of our life can be gone and we aren't going to get it back. Okay, so what we experience, we apply things. And then to achieve 95% of the learning, we teach others. And what we have is you come into the hub and we have you share what you learned from the 2 or 3 chapters that you read that week. All right. And it's amazing because Trevor, I would learn, from the old guy's perspective, what did you get out of the book? And then, I'd have Danielle, this young lady, give us her perspective, and we'd have this massive range, 80 years difference between the two, right? So it's pretty cool, the different perspectives. All right. So just to give you an idea of the content, and this can be customized for teams, and this can be customized for specific coaches. Shan is going to be delivering her breakthrough year to high-level, high-performing women. And the content may change, it may not, but this is the one that I'm focused on right now. We are going to study infinite giving, the 7 principles of givers gain. There's only two people in BNI, I believe, in my breakthrough year, but I want to teach them these principles of givers gain as the foundation. Then we get into mindset. Then we get into leading ourselves, because that's what it's about. How do we lead ourselves? How do we handle crucial conversations? Never split the difference. I don't know if anybody's read that book, but this is an FBI hostage negotiator teaching the tricks of it, like the baddest of the baddest people he would negotiate with. All right. And here's the thing. You can't say, well, give me 2 hostages and kill the other 3. You can't split the difference. You have to win every negotiation. And it's surprising that the thesis of this is world-class listening, and you learn and you apply these skills. It's incredible. All right. So from there, who am I looking to connect with for the breakthrough year? B and D. B is for birth. D is for death. All right. And there's something in the middle a letter in the middle between B and D that I believe people who are going to join me on a breakthrough year truly care about. And the C, and I referenced it earlier, is community. I'm looking for people who want to roll with high performers, that want to be around growth-minded people, who find talking to people who are going for it refreshing versus people pulling them down. Okay, so community changes everything. I'm looking for people who want to be in community. From there, I am looking for people who, these are our core values, add value everywhere all the time. They are not there to take, they are there to give. And that's why infinite giving will be at the foundation. How can I add value everywhere all the time? How can I be prepared to share my takeaways so I add value to the hub when we're together? People who are humble and hungry. All right, we do not need any ego in these because we are getting real and we are getting authentic in a hub. So humble and hungry. Disciplined decisions daily, that there's evidence that they are disciplined. Now, they're not perfect and they want to go to another level, and they know that it's the daily disciplines that will make a difference. 2 more. Ownership over accountability. I am not looking for people to come into a breakthrough year who say, oh, I like this because you can hold me accountable. What that says is you haven't taken ownership for your health. You're expecting us to do it for you, and that's not going to win. So people need to take ownership over whatever they're going to transform. It's amazing what can happen when you get around good people who are going to call you out on your stuff, but you need to take ownership. And lastly, courage over confidence. As I'm talking, I'm sure some of you are feeling like, man, this is intriguing, but I feel a little anxious about what we're doing. It's going to take massive courage to say, yes, I will commit to a year of transformational growth. All right. And they're going to have the courage to bet on themselves. Question again, what are you capable of? What would you commit to if you knew you could not fail? Would it be worth to you to have the best year of your entire life? What would it be worth to you? Okay. And here's the thing, knowledge grows like compound interest. So once you learn stuff, once you learn for a year how to execute, you are never giving up that journal. I was with one of my buddies, Trevor, one of our buddies who works this system, his 4th year of working and there's evidence of success in this man's life, and that's at the foundation of it. Okay. So we learn it once and then we get to repeat it over and over again. And the other thing, what would it be worth to you to have your team have the best year of their entire life? Lindsay, imagine a whole team and a company having the best year of their life. How would that impact culture and people's mental health and well-being? All right, I'm closing here. This is our team. Probably most of you have connected in some way. Lindsay, I think you messaged me and said, hey, I know Clayton. You guys had a one-to-one when he came to Calgary. Shan is going to be focusing on high-performing women. Clayton, he's going to attract very focused people who are very linear and logical in their approach. And that type of person will be very comfortable. And for me, we're looking for people who want to go for it. Okay. We're not going to be casual about this. For me, it's $1,000 a month to be in the Breakthrough Hub with me. For Shan and Clayton, their price is $500 a month for the year. So that's all I'm going to say about that. And in closing, this is coming up April 7th. And I really believe that if you're in a leadership position, you need to hear and understand what Mary Pat has to offer. She wrote this labor of love, The Humanized Leader, and leadership has changed. And she is passionate about educating us on how to lead in the next generation. We're done.
D&I starts now. Like everyone says it.
Are we all saying it? I'm confused.
What are you
now.
saying now?
Do we all say D&I? Oh, terrible.
Yeah.
Starts now.
Now.
Do you want
You
us to
say
say
it.
D&I?
Say it more casually. Like we're not trying to rehearse the most impossible phrase in the world.
Now.
Oh,
D&I
starts now.
Oh.
D&I
Starts now. What was the best one yet?